Welcome back, my brave and beautiful humans, to another episode of Soul Hygiene. I have our wonderful friend, Miss Erin, here with us, and she was my third episode when I first started. So she holds a special place in my heart for sure. She was telling me something really cool about our episode that her
Yeah.
favorite number is the number three, right? It was the third episode. We went 33 minutes and she has 333 on her arm. So I thought that was pretty cool. So she's obviously going to be the Soul Hygiene's lucky charm because you know,
Yes, I
that's
like
just who she is anyway.
yes, I like bringing good energy.
Yes, you definitely do, girl. So what have you been up to? I've seen a couple videos and you're still in the education world of endocannabinoid system. And I know how to pronounce it. I was pretty
Oh
happy
my
I learned it.
God.
And I saw you doing some modeling. So tell us a little bit about because I know you're very much into sustainable energy, sustainable clothing, stuff like that. So yeah, just fill us in what you've been up to.
Yeah, honestly, all good things. Kind of in an era of change and transformation right now, and gained a lot of experience and education the beginning of this year through an internship that I was doing, but now able to kind of reapply everything to what I was doing before with Air Energy, which is my own personal brand. I do a couple different things out of Air Energy. I do education in cannabis, the endocannabinoid system, lifestyle health, really. So just incorporating this science that is real and it exists and it really is impactful to our beings and the environment around us too. Just sharing that with people, sharing that with larger groups. I created an endocannabinoid workshop and kind of like to call myself Air Energy, the endocannabinoid educator. So I do these workshops for groups, whether it's schools, organizations, different community groups, conferences, as well as businesses, educating health and wellness businesses and also businesses that are just interested in improving their workplace wellness. And maybe they allow cannabis use amongst some of their employees, depending on the occupation. That's becoming more accepted. I'm in Ohio, so Ohio just went recreational with cannabis. So definitely relevant in my state and tons of other states that have legalized. So, kind of giving that education to the employees and the employers, um, as well as other teams like athletic teams, coaches, and athletes, giving them all the education about how this system can elevate our wellness and how the plant can be used to supplement that system, but also how to go about mindfully using the plant, which is
Yeah.
still something that we're all learning. And uh, it's a really complex plant. So if you don't learn about it, uh, you won't know all the hidden gems and secrets about how to use it and how to have it best benefit you. Um, so I like teaching that part of the cannabis plant, the part that people don't talk about as much, and how our bodies can naturally heal themselves. So that's
I
what
love
I've been
that.
doing.
Yeah, I love that. And I know you've been doing a whole lot of stuff since the last time we talked. So
Yeah, that's
um
cool.
I'm really proud of you for keep going forward and reinventing a little bit of yourself here and there. You know, you're young, you got time, but it's so cool to see you doing that. And I do encourage, she will give you her website at the end of the episode, but I do encourage you to go to her website. She does work with a lot of sustainable companies.
Yeah.
And she's so knowledgeable, so knowledgeable about CBD cannabis, if that's your thing, just I know like when we talked about CBD, that was the first thing that I really helped me.
Yeah.
And when you so when your system is right, when you're sleeping, when your body is working in tandem perfectly with each other, that has a lot to do with soul hygiene because we make better decisions when we are awake. We make better decisions when we're thinking correctly. And you can't do that if you're not getting a lot of sleep. I think that was the first thing I noticed when I started taking CBD. So I would think you would agree with that, but you can add some tidbits if you like.
Sure. For sure, the more in balance you are,
Mm,
I feel like that aligns a lot with soul hygiene, getting in balance, getting in harmony. And that's really what your endocannabinoid system is all about. And that's what it plays a big role in doing because it's connected to all of your other body systems and it regulates homeostasis, which is literally balance within our bodies and mind. So it helps with all different types of body functions, mental functions, and yeah. So CBD helping with sleep is one huge thing, and um, really CBD boosts your ECS, your endocannabinoid system. So that's what episode 3 was actually
yes,
told
that
about,
was,
all about CBD. So you guys should go watch that one for
yeah.
sure. Um,
I was like, go back and listen to that
yeah,
one. That's
that's what
not
I
on YouTube,
did.
but yeah, definitely go back and listen to that because the explanation, I was at the end of the episode, I thought she was the smartest person in the world, which I still do, but she explains it perfectly. And it's, she went to school for this. So that's amazing that she's using, her gifts and her talents to teach other people about it because I didn't even know what it was called. I couldn't even pronounce it when we first started talking.
I
So
know. Yeah, you guys need to go watch it if you haven't, because
yeah, yeah,
we don't learn
I,
about it. And
yeah,
it's I don't know. You can either call it sad that we don't learn about it or just I don't know, an opportunity to learn something new.
and
So,
yeah, and I think that's it. Like, I'm the type of person that always want to learn something new every day, and I think it's a good opportunity to learn about a big word that we didn't even probably know existed, but is so important
mhm,
for our bodies, like you said, to stay in balance, to be in harmony, and a lot of that is soul hygiene because we can't make good decisions. We can't be focused and have clarity
mm,
and be able to help other people if we ourselves are not balanced and we're
right.
not in harmony with between our mind, our souls, and our bodies. If we're not in harmony with those, it's very hard to
Mhm,
go out there and be like, yeah, yeah, I know this and I want to help you.
mhm.
Not when you're unbalanced, you can't.
In alignment and
Yeah,
confident. Yeah, knowing that you're on your path, like
yeah,
really and your endocannabinoid system involves your mind, body, and soul, which I feel like soul hygiene's about like your whole being too. And the endocannabinoid helps you holistically. It helps your body heal itself as a whole rather than like putting a bandage or pinpointing the issue. It's finding like the core of it. So dealing with stress and inflammation, like we don't realize how these little things are really the root of a lot of the bigger disorders, the
exactly.
symptoms, dysfunctions start as stress in the body. But if you're regulating your ECS through doing things that cleanse your soul, soul hygiene, like exercising, eating right, meditation, journaling, interacting with people you love, smiling, doing these
Yeah,
things that cleanse your soul too, then then that's when things get out of control. But
yeah.
yeah, but it's
I
pretty cool.
totally I
Powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful. And we're not here to promote CBD or cannabis or anything like that. But what I am saying is there are things out there that you can be in a that can help you become balanced.
Mhm. I love
And Erin is a great person to talk to if you want to learn more about it. That's for sure. I learned a lot of my tips on CBD from Erin. But yeah, it's all about using what we have naturally instead of I look back like a couple months ago, I came in contact with a company that's very sustainable, right? They use all natural products and they try to do things for the company and for their employees, unlike other companies. You know where they are being charitable. Um, and they're just an all around good company. You know who the owners are. And I look at these large conglomerations that have like basically taken over our shopping centers because those are the only brands that you get to choose from. And you don't know who they're giving your money to. You don't know what's in the products because there's this big long list, right? And I think in this probably last 6 months, I've been my mind's kind of been switching a little bit to, yeah, I don't want that stuff in my body. I don't want all those chemicals. Um, so that link I'll probably put in the bio for the company I'm talking about, but I know Erin is kind of on the same wavelength. She
Mhm.
works with a lot of sustainable companies. So um, tell them a little bit about what you do. I know you do some modeling, which Erin's beautiful. She has a lovely smile. So I
I
know you're
love,
doing a little bit of that.
yeah, I love working with wellness and sustainable brands. Um, I'm working with a couple right now. Definitely the fashion
Yeah.
realm is very interesting to me. I love working with different fashion brands, and on top, if you're sustainable, like I love that. So I'm working with this company that makes a hemp shoe. So it's made out of hemp and pineapple leaves.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's an all sustainable sneaker. So yeah, it's super cool, super comfortable. The hemp like molds to your foot, which I've never experienced before. And they also are going to be making some like clothing, shirts, socks type of thing out of hemp. But I've been loving it. I love how it combines my passions of cannabis and modeling because how I started with them is like doing photo shoots and the sneakers and stuff. But I love talking about hemp too and how it benefits our world, how it helps reduce the carbon output in the atmosphere, how it cleans the soil that it's grown in. It's really recommended to use as like a rotator crop because it'll help really clean the area that
Wow.
farmers are using. So it's got like so many amazing benefits and it's hemp has been around for millions of years and our founding fathers were growing it. But at some point during prohibition and the cannabis scare, reefer madness, we lost this crop that like can be made into so many different things. Paper, it can be made into textiles for clothing, shoes, rope. It can be made into a plastic material, different building materials like hempcrete, a form of concrete to make buildings, and hemp wood, and it can be used as insulation. So even more than that, hemp is really durable, and hemp fiber is just like very multi faceted in its uses. And that's really blown me away. I love telling people about it. And then I get to work with amazing sustainable hemp brands like this shoe brand that I'm working with. Um, they're called Organic Garments, but I'll give you my link and you can check them out.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to send people to your website because there's a lot more information on there for sure.
Uh,
I love that. I love when we can use God's creation for good. I do think that obviously I don't use cannabis in the way that a lot of people use it. I use the CBD, which is like, no, there's nothing in it, right? But no THC anyway. But
No, no euphoric effects. It's
yeah,
really
yeah, exactly. I
nice.
think that in the world we live in, though, it gets used inappropriately and maybe a little excessively. And I think when we use it for what it's used for, is supposed to be used for, I truly believe that everything that we need to survive got already created for us.
Mhm.
We have our fresh fruits, our fresh vegetables, these plants, these flowers that provide healing. I
Yeah,
mean, that's what we need. Um, you
everything.
know, I do think that doctors are here for a reason, obviously, but
Mhm.
when it comes to sustainability, I do believe that we have everything we need to be sustainable.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I relate to
Yeah.
that for sure. So yeah, like
Yeah.
hemp's just blown me away just learning about it. So
Well, there are so many uses for it, like you said, and that's just amazing. I did not know that you could use
yeah, it's a
hemp
really
for
good.
all those things.
The hemp seeds are a really good protein source as well. So you can consume those. So it's really like every piece of the plant has a
Yeah.
purpose, which is pretty cool. Um,
How do you fare, I guess, out there in the entrepreneur world as a 20-year-old? What are
yeah,
your thoughts and feelings about being an entrepreneur at such a young age?
I'm 24, so I guess getting to my teens. But um, I mean, it's been tough. It's definitely a challenge. I feel like anybody who decides to go towards the entrepreneur route in life must be prepared for challenges, prepared for battle, prepared for having to fall down and get back up and fall down and get back up, no matter how old you are. But I would definitely say I started in business in 2021 and I was like an infant. I was an infant in business. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot in a short period of time. Um, I'm very grateful for all of it, every experience I had up until this point. And I'm still learning a lot about entrepreneurship um, and how I want to run my own business. I just now relaunching my website, airenergy.com. We'll make sure it's linked. But
Yes, we will.
yeah, so that has really like my me bringing together all of my experiences. I've been talking about it for probably a year or two now of like how I want to bring things together, but I'm to the point where it's all brought together now. I bring in my college experience, getting my undergrad in exercise science and playing soccer. I bring in my cannabis experience with my master's degree in medical cannabis science and my experience running a CBD store and being in the industry and going to these events where there's high level professionals there and just expanding my network and my wings. And I get to bring all of these together now, along with my passion for cannabis and education and really overall wellness is my passion. I love the endocannabinoid system. I really want to help push the message of that to the world. That's definitely, I don't know. I've discovered my purpose during this journey. Like, I might have not known it on day one of starting entrepreneurship, but every day you get
Yeah.
a little closer to it and you learn a little bit more about it. And um, like 3 years later, here I am, and I feel like I'm ready to go at it again. I'm able to share this message now, and yeah, it's been hard, and yeah, still learning, still developing new partnerships and connections and always learning more through people like different organizations,
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, you keep having that jovial and attitude and that tenacity because It's going to get you far, you know. And I think I wanted to hear that because I feel like there are some people in this generation who don't think that it's possible anymore to really be a business person.
Yeah.
So you are very encouraging and inspiring, I think, to the younger generation because I'm 20 plus years older than you. So I didn't know a lot about entrepreneurship or a lot about, you know, these types of things when I was younger. But I think the world has come, I don't know, it's become so informational that you can literally find anyone or anything that is an expert on the topic that you want to discuss or you want to learn. So I'm just really proud of you, and I want you to keep going. And you know, it is possible to find your purpose in your 20s. You know, you don't have to wait till you're my age to know what the rest of your life could be.
And yeah, it can change too.
Yeah,
It's yeah, figuring it out as you go too, and like accomplishment after accomplishment, like it can change too. But that's definitely where I'm feeling myself flowing right now. But yeah,
love that. And I love that your love just oozes out of you. Your love for people, your love for teaching. I see that on your videos when you're talking about the endocannabinoid system, class one, and the video that you put on your Facebook. I loved it. So so knowledgeable, so knowledgeable. So as we wrap up and end the show, do you want to give everyone your information again so we can make sure that it's there for them to look up and go to your website?
yeah, yeah. I can give my website. I just relaunched it. It's got all my information on it about my education, the brand and sales representation that I do with these sustainable companies, and the different modeling that I do. So go check it out. I would love to connect with you guys. Um, my website name is also my social media handle for Instagram. So you can find me there too. But you can find me at www.airenergy. I'll spell it. It's EEERINERGY.com. So 3 E's, triple E, 333, and then yeah.
We
But
will never forget what your favorite number is ever again.
I know it's everywhere. Yeah,
3 and 7 are my favorite numbers as well. 3 for the Trinity, 7 for the number uh is the number of perfection in the Bible. So that's kind of why 3 and 7 are have always gone through my life with me, you know.
cool.
It's just kind of cool. But I think when you think about those numbers, you will see them. And you know, I'm not into astrology or all of that stuff, but it's just kind of cool to think about it. So
Yeah, just
yeah.
keeping your eye out for the signs, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I find it I when I see like my favorite number anywhere, I think that's a time for me to say, hey, I need to stop. I need to realize my blessing and I need to be grateful. And that's kind of what it's kind of come to me as is when I see them, I just need to stop, take a breath and be grateful, you know? So
exactly. Realize you're on the right path. So yeah,
yes,
shoot for that. Yeah.
exactly. It's been so wonderful catching up with you again, Miss Erin, and we will definitely do this again. Hopefully it won't take us 7 months next time, but
Yeah.
um both of us are so busy. I know it's just crazy, but you keep doing what you're doing. I'm just encouraging you and you know, just keep inspiring people. You know, you're
Thank
beautiful and keep smiling. That smile, just keep
you.
smiling.
I will
Um,
for sure. You
yes.
too. Keep it up.
We definitely will. We got our purpose, so
Mhm.
we're ready to go. But thank you so much everyone for joining us for another episode of Soul Hygiene. Please check out Miss Erin's website and we will see you later. Bye bye for now.